Well, hi, this is Jeff Rao, Director of Public Works with the Village of Oregon, and we're watching today OCAmedia. All right, well, we're talking today about the Oregon Rotary Trail. This trail was completed in 2015 with a paved 3.1 mile route starting over on Netherwood Road and extending all the way out to Fish Hatchery Road. This is obviously the start of the trail as we break away from Cusick Parkway. You can see that, boy, it's just everything's green, everything's really looking nice. It's green, but we're also in a drought, and that is kind of what is facilitating this memo, and the fact that we're truly celebrating the fact that this bike path has been opened on all the way through for the first time in nearly 3 years. This has been a fantastic addition to our village. Many people may not have even been out here or even been able to see it, but as you go down here, you see it's shaded in this section. We go along nice farm fields, and as we come around, we're going to start see kind of what has been the problem for so long, and that's Lake Barney. And Lake Barney has really kind of been a problem in the fact that it's a kettle, so meaning there really is no true outlet to it, so the water just keeps continuing to build up. And as we go over the hill here, we're going to see actually the one and only outlet out of that lake, which after something gets so high enough, it eventually overflows. And that's the area that you see coming up where we had a small little wood footbridge to the side, where we actually had to take out a section of trail just to be able to allow the lake to drain. You can see that on a temporary basis, we filled that back in with gravel, and that's now allowing people to be able to kind of go through there unhindered. It was about 8-9 inches deep of a gap in there before, and that's why we had the wood trail or the wood bridge through there. This is my favorite part of the trail as we kind of go into the forest. It's so nice, remote. It's very peaceful. I've seen deer back here. Lots of bird watching goes on back here. It's just a very, very unique portion of the trail. It's on high ground, so it's always been open and accessible, and I just hear so many neat things about this section. But you can see in the distance there the the Lake Barney, as it has risen, has definitely taken over low portions of our trail. And as we come up, we'll be coming up out of the woods here, and we'll see our second section that had to be dealt with. And what we found is with the Lake Barney going down almost 40 inches so far since its peak height, has allowed us to actually be able to fill in some of these low areas on a temporary basis. This is a low area right in front of the Jenkins farm, and you can see how we filled that in, and that's eventually we hope to be able to reroute around that, but for now it'll be able to at least keep the trail high and dry. Have some muskrat damage there. With the high lake levels, we had a lot of muskrats and a lot of problems with those along the trail this year. Now we're coming up to the longest section of the trail, and if you notice as you go through here, you can see a lot of the trees. These are large trees that are dead or dying. You'll see them on the left side of the trail as well, and these are very mature trees that obviously have been there a very long time, which is just a testimony to the fact that this condition is not something we've seen in many, many, many years. There's a nice family out here just enjoying, probably catching butterflies or bugs or frogs or something, but it's another section of our fill section, and then we'll come up to the next main portion of the fill section, which was the deepest underwater at any time. So take a look at this tree on the left, this really, really large tree as you see, and that's a very large diameter, mature old tree that's totally dead. And it's dead because it's just been literally sitting in water for the first time probably in 100 years or more. So our crews were able to do a really nice job. Once we saw that the water was only maybe 4 to 6 inches deep still over this section, we looked at it and said, we can make a temporary fix, and we can bring in some large diameter, some large like 3-inch crushed gravel, and then some fines to be able to come in and fill these low sections to be able to at least get this to pass through, and then we want it to be able to last for a while just in case the water levels do come up somewhat more. We're still hoping and praying that this doesn't happen, but you can see the area we're going through and how much dead trees we see just because of the fact that this has been inundated for so long. But I really applaud my crews. I've done just a fantastic job through here working with smaller equipment. That's safe to be able to operate on the trail. And this is the end of the fill section. But being able to truly make a connection from one end to the next. This is like my second favorite portion of the trail. You see it's just beautiful as you go down through here. Just to be able to actually see this connection. I think, when the trail was flooded, we had a lot of activity from the fish hatchery side, and we had a lot of activity from the Cusick Parkway side, but now we're able to see a lot of that through activity. And it's now safe for bikers, walkers, and everything, and we just do hope that it continues to be this way. We are working towards long-term fixes. We're continuing to work with the families as they to be able to acquire new easements, to be able to relocate those gravel areas to slightly higher ground that will allow us to be able to have a paved path the entire way. But it takes time, it takes patience, and we have to be able to do it in the time that we have. So we're just really excited that it's open. We thank everyone who's out there using it and that they're taking care of it, that they're enjoying it. It's a fantastic addition to the village. It is a great connected bike path. We hope to be able to connect someday to the Capital City Trail, but it truly is an asset for the village and for our surrounding communities. We're excited that it's open, and we invite you to come out and use it at any time.